we go then. Phil Harrison, legend of the game, is out there in the arena ready to get his Ultimate Pool Season 5 underway. I can't believe it's five years already, Liam, but he's the big favourite for tonight, but just the way the season's gone, I don't think he'll have it all his own way. 20 minutes, race to 4, whichever comes quickest in all of our 6 matches tonight. Great. Didn't look like he hit that very well, actually. Came a bit across it. He won't be happy with that. Liam, we talked about Zac and needing to do a lot with his, making sure of his first chance. It is a good first chance, but there's work.
Yeah, he's got to make sure he develops the yellow on the side rail straight away. And as you see there, he's gone into it trying to hope for a bit of luck rather than any control.
Yeah, it was one of those. It looked like he almost just needed to get a nice contact on it and move it maybe a foot up the table.
Yeah, exactly that. And then obviously there, the cue ball would have stayed on the left-hand side and had been on the yellow to the right centre, but he's got to play a shot now.
All that extra little double kiss has landed absolutely plumb perfect. They're all there now.
Yeah, he's just got to work out his route to the 8 ball now, because so the 8 ball only goes into the centre pockets.
There should be no problem getting onto the yellow below the right centre last ball, but that isn't necessarily a great last ball for the 8 ball where it is.
No, I'm just wondering whether depending on how tight it is to the middle, whether he may end up landing on the back double to try and gain position on the 8 ball.
Yeah, I think that's a good call, because it gives him certainly better position onto the 8 ball, doesn't it? He's eyeing it up for the right centre. But I'm with you, actually. I think I hadn't seen the double, but I think it's a great option.
So he's going to play this in with a tracer right hand side and come low on the 8 ball.
Yeah, it's gone awkward. That was a tough shot, and it was always going to be a tough last ball, and it's left him a very tough 8 ball. Still make this and get off to that good start. Just falls in, gets there one way or another.
Yeah, and what a start to settle him in for the night. And we said he needed to get off to an early start, and he's had a bit of flicks here and there to get the finish, but you can't, if you'd have offed him that at the start of the night, it'd have bit your hand off.
Playing your first frame though as an Ultimate Pool Pro, there's going to be some energy and some nerves out, especially as he's not eased in with a tournament that's not on the the TV stages. He's out there against one of the legends of the game. So I think all in all, he's got to be really pleased with the way he dealt with that there, because obviously it did go slightly wrong early on, but he recovered.
Yeah, exactly that. And if you can keep finding them recovery shots and still getting the finishes, then it bodes well for the night, and we get to see the first clip of Zac's break here.
No pressure, Liam. You're giving him the big build-up here. This will be a bad commentator's curse. Delivered. And you feel, I tell you, that break it is very good. I've obviously seen a lot of Zac play, but it's a very, very good break. But he's got more to give on this break, because this isn't his absolute best, and he's just got easy power, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's got a tricky first shot here, actually, to be on position. See, Phil won't like that, because that is the exact type of shot that Phil doesn't see and doesn't normally play himself.
Likes to be pinpoint and kind of perfect, and get the cannons are always controlled, where Zac's taking the view that if I go into that with a nice amount of pace, good things will happen, and they certainly have. One more good positional shot in prime position to go back to back to start the night.
And it's just going to draw the cue ball back slightly and be onto the yellow into the bottom right hand corner. Would you just stun this in and hold on off the other yellow?
Well, I actually wondered whether he'd try and do more and get a little bit closer to his work, because this shot now becomes key. And it's gone horribly wrong. I think, you know, obviously he'll know because he was right there. I wondered whether he could have just played that previous shot with just a little bit of left-hand side and come down the line towards that ball, almost right down the middle of that gap as we're looking at it now. Because if he halved that distance, that shot's so much easier.
Yeah, and he'd have been able to roll it in with the option to play to the yellow and into the middle pocket after as well, which obviously took that away from himself. So he's not played a bad safety shot there. I think Phil can only see one side of this red that's on the rail.
Oh, he's been very fortunate here. Very, very fortunate not to go in off.
And that should put him in pole position to win this frame.
Still got to play that one good shot, hasn't he? Does he take these on now, right centre? Probably as hard as the safety shot, so I'd be surprised if he doesn't take this on.
Yeah, but I think to avoid the 8 ball, has he got to play down on the cue ball slightly, or does it just miss it? Yeah, he's played that nice.
First time tonight we get to see what sort of form Phil Harrison is, our favourite for tonight's group.
Yeah, the thing I like to see what Phil always tends to do is takes the balls out in areas. So as you see here, he's sort of worked his way to the top of the table and now working his way back down. He's played a short shot there though.
Goes to the corner, it's okay. Has to go to, oh, it does. Just body language tells us he wasn't playing for it in that pocket.
Yeah.
I think it was a nice bonus when he walked round and saw it actually went.
Is he stunning this or rolling through? Running through? Yeah, and that was a big opportunity for Zac to take a 2-0 lead and put the pressure right on Phil.
First chance for Phil Harrison, he makes no mistake. Good pop to the middle, the rest was pretty controlled for him, although he's telling us about how tight that was. Oh, you've got to love Phil out there.
Maybe one of Phil's grey hairs on the table.
But you are right, that was such a good chance for Zac, and these nights can hinge on such small moments. You know, he's obviously got the great reverse clearance in the first frame, should settle him in. He's one shot away from essentially making that a really, you know, fairly comfortable clearance from again, and 2-0. These are races to 4, that's huge.
Yeah, exactly that. And what may annoy Zac there is the shot that he played beforehand was the wrong choice of positional shot, so it's through his own doing rather than bad luck.
Yeah, just sort of wanted to guarantee the window rather than backing himself to get good. Oh, 8 ball, no, not this time. Of course, 8 ball goes in, it is a golden break, and you do win.
It's another opportunity for Zac, and trust me, you don't get these very often.
Phil comes in as the favourite tonight, rightly so, but he's going to have to find the break. I know it's a small sample size so far, but he's not hit either of them particularly well.
He's got to play a nice positional shot here and just avoid this red. So that we could see another Zac special here and play the plant to the middle and soft screw it into it and hold on the red. No.
Well, another plant perhaps. He's got the one bottom right as well, but if he plays the plant to bottom left straight away, it's out and done. Or he can work his way back round to it, or even take the one nearest the pocket. Not now, but he has options.
Yeah, I think the right shot's to play the plant now, and if you get the plant, this is essentially the 8 ball.
Going away from it. Oh, that's nice. That's a beautiful shot. Just finding that cushion first worked out well.
Yeah, the only thing that I didn't like about this route is how does he get back out? It needs to be low. just got to stun up through the gap, and he can land anywhere low on this yellow and hold on the 8 ball if needs be. But he doesn't want to leave himself bridging if he is.
Very good. Just get to the side, might be half bridging.
Just got to take care on the shot.
Yeah, very good. Obviously that one shot early on where he played the plant, you know, he was taking a little bit of a gamble they were going to come out well for him, but once they did, they picked a nice route and kept it clean.
Yeah, 100%. And what's nice to see is sometimes you get to see players make their debut in the TV arena and the Pro Series, and sort of can be a bit edgy and sort of quit on some of the shots. But Zac there is committed to each shot, and he's gone all out for the finish, and he's got them.
Yeah, 2 breaks from Phil Harrison, and both of them have been mopped up by Zac Cooper. All 3 first chances have gone Zac's way.
Just wonder if Zac's going to put a bit more into this break or not.
Dry.
Phil will like the look of these reds. And it's going to be one of them finishes, a game where sort of clears the top end of the table and works his way down.
The one nearest bottom right hand corner pocket catches my attention. You okay with that from sort of like just from the right hand side, almost use the one right centre to get there, and enough room to then come across and control onto the one below the 8 ball?
Yeah, I think that's the one. If you can land like just slightly off the rail and just slowly drop it into the middle pocket as his 3rd to last ball, he can leave himself a nice angle.
The closer to straight he gets, the easier it will become on the ball nearest the bottom right, using that one right centre. So delicate shot, but will be coming up in a couple of shots' time, you feel.
I think Phil's slightly out of position here. So you want to be higher on that red just to be able to make the shot, the pot over the top right hand pocket a lot easier to gain position to the middle of the table. It's still an easier pot for Phil's standards, but he's going to leave distance on the one to the middle pocket where he wanted to be closer to it.
That looks like it's a little bit further away, isn't he? But there's just enough of a turn of angle just to drop into the sweet spot. Perfect angle to see that. Oh no.
And I think that's purely down to the distance.
The shot that hurt him then is the shot, 2 shots previous.
If he didn't leave himself that distance, he doesn't play it in that way where maybe it's drifted over a finger mark or so, but you're sort of running the risk of that happening.
Not only has he missed it, I know it's gone and tied up with yellow, but Zac's got a control in this frame, and it's such a difficult red to deal with.
And there's only 6 minutes left of this match, and it's Phil's got to develop the balls really. He can't be wasting too much time whether he loses the frame or not.
That's pretty clever. He hasn't left an easy pot on. Yes, there is a potable ball, but he's also not developed the yellow that far. You know, it goes now, but it opened up the red at the same time. You know, he knows he's giving away half a chance, but he's putting a little bit of pressure on.
I think it's hard for Zac to find a good safety here as well, because wherever he sort of if he leaves the cue ball on the left hand side of the table, then he leaves Phil the red to the bottom left hand pocket with the natural angle to get on his other 2 reds.
I think the problem with the pot that he's just played is that, is there a ball on afterwards?
I'm just wondering if he's on that one down the rail now.
probably is who's got to take it. He hasn't walked round to have a look, but certainly looks like he is.
And he can sort of commit to this, and because if he was to miss it, he would get the pocket as well.
No, he doesn't like it, but does this go through the gap? He's trying to play it off the red. Or was it just a loss of turn he was playing? Probably just the loss of turn. So I feel a little bit fortunate that the red has been blocked by the 8-ball.
Yeah, he's actually played there. It's worked out okay, because even though the 8-ball is blocked, pockets blocked by the red, he can play the yellow closest to off the red to open it up. So Phil's got to make sure he plays his pace and gets out.
He hasn't played the pace, but he's going to make the red, but he's in a world of trouble. I'm with you. I thought that the shot there was more pace. But was he? Even if he wasn't snookered by the yellow that he was closest to, what was he going to be on? There was nothing available.
And he didn't commit to any shot. He just sort of played it, and like you say, he was never going to be on anything. Zac's in complete control here.
You okay with that decision? I mean, I guess the red is sort of half blocking the yellow at the bottom. You've still got the yellow on the right hand side. The clock's in his favour as well.
This could be a big shot. There we go. He's lined that up.
Wow.
What a finish to stay in the match.
Well, that's incredible. You called it. You saw it straight away.
Yeah, I saw him line it up, and I thought, he's played this. He's lined it up, and what a finish that was. Phil Harrison, take a bow.
That was truly incredible. But and I was surprised that Zac didn't take it on. I was questioning whether he should have taken it on. Look, the yellows were awkward. Of course, he could have taken it on with an element of safety, maybe control, to try and do it. But he decided to go safe, which I'm not going to argue against, because the clock and the layout was in his favour. But he had to play a better shot.
Yeah, exactly that. And I suppose in a way he's not had the time to find a better safety. So he's just played to run down the clock and try to nick the frame, but he's not giving himself time to see the risks.
Yeah, but that was still special from Phil. I don't care. I mean, we can be critical of Zac not coming up with a better safety, but let's not take anything away from that shot from Phil Harrison. Right up there, maybe the shot of the tournament so far, 6 weeks in, of course. And the golden break to follow. Oh, no. But he has made a ball for the first time tonight.
Yeah, it's a big first shot that Phil's going to have. He's got to take the red into the bottom left-hand corner. But it's a tough positional shot after.
Dig it down on it as well.
That is unbelievable.
Played on the bottom right of the 2. Looks like he's perfect on it. Again, it will still be slightly tricky to get the cue ball right, but he is on it.
And this is a welcome to the pro ranks for Zac Cooper. You don't take your chances, and he's not missed a chance essentially, but look how you get punished all of a sudden. And from being near enough guaranteed a win, at least a draw, he's on the verge of getting beat.
It's almost a different Phil Harrison, and not that he was doing too much wrong. Obviously, he had a good chance to start, frame 4, but there's a little bit more bounce around the table, isn't it? So obviously he's up the pace, obviously he has to, because it's 15 seconds a shot, but there's a little bit more positivity because all of a sudden he could see the win.
Yeah, exactly that. And that one double that he played in the last frame, it sort of brought out the confidence in him to, I am Phil Harrison.
Yeah, he would have been watching it thinking, oh, I'm just not getting chances off the break, and 4 first chances had all gone Zac's way. Gets a chance there, and all of a sudden changes the match. Great clearance, First two shots were excellent. Thereafter, it was fully expected from the farmer. But it was all, this match has all been about this shot here, and you saw it. You saw him lining it up. But that, that's special.
Yeah, and sort of only pure pool players see them shots essentially, and that's what Phil is. He's not a snooker player. He's not a Chinese 8-ball player. He is all English 8-ball pool, and he sees that he's one of the few that see them type of shots.
He did it all so quickly. Obviously, it's 15 seconds a shot. He almost felt like when he was sat in his chair and Zac was working out what he was doing, he'd seen it at that point, hadn't he? And he's like, I can't believe Zac's left me this shot. That was almost the attitude he had.
Yeah, exactly that. And Zac will probably put a little bit more into this to try and get the 8-ball moving.
It's the only ball on the table that barely moves, and he can't find a ball. That was his best of his 3 breaks. It's dry, and Phil Harrison just has to pot a couple of open balls, and he has stolen this opening match away.
It's amazing how a pool match can just completely flip on its head. It's fascinating.
Yeah, I was just playing devil's advocate. I wasn't necessarily thinking it was a bad choice of shot to play safe from Zac, but he's been fully punished for it. I mean, it's just quite incredible that Phil's found, the shot that Phil's found is brilliant. That wasn't though. He's not on the next ball. He's going to use up just about enough of the clock, you feel, even if this doesn't drop in. But now that it has, that absolutely seals it.
Yeah, and I think with this victory now, we'll start to see a better Phil Harrison in the second and third match, and he was favourite going into the night, and he's now set a statement to the rest of the players in the group.
Yeah, take your chances or I'm going to beat you, is what he is saying. Doesn't even have to play this next shot. He will anyway. And that is that. What drama we have in the opening match. 5 more of them, please. That was brilliant. It really was. Zac Cooper will be kicking himself. He had the match in his own hands. He left half the door ajar, and Phil, the farmer, walks straight through it. The favourite for tonight wins the opening match.